come in, sir?
Yes, please.
Good morning, sir.
Morning. Please have a seat.
Thank you, sir.
So, Urbee Ghosh,
Yes, sir.
first of all, congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
And can you let us know something about yourself?
Sir, my name is Urbee Ghosh. I am from Jalpaiguri. I did my schooling from Shunitibala Shadar Girls High School and I did my graduation from APC Roy Government College in Physics Honors and my hobby is reading books.
Okay. So, you like to read books. So,
Yes,
how
sir.
many books have you already read in your lifetime?
Sir,
Apart from academic?
there are numerous books. I cannot tell the exact numbers, but I love reading books, and when I get time, I read.
Can you name one or two?
Last recently, I read uh, Indronil Shannal's Hriday No Shabdo. It's a second part of his book Hriday Shabdo, and I also read Kaka Babu. It's one of my favorite.
So, you mentioned Hriday Shabdo. I think it is a
Yes, sir.
Bengali version. Okay. So, what does it mean in English?
It's mean the sound of heart.
Sound of Heart.
Uh-huh.
And what is this all about?
It's all about a story or an it's a story rounding some students who are pursuing their MBBS and how their lives are connected and the political upliftment at that time, how influenced this political upliftment and changes in their lives.
Okay. Okay, Urbi,
Yes, sir.
after going through your application form that you have been submitted for IBPS PO examination, while filling the application form, I came to know that you are from physics background.
Yes, sir.
So you have done your Bachelor of Science in graduation in physics.
Yes, sir.
And what are the specializations
Uh, so I did.
in your graduation apart from physics?
There are chemistry and mathematics.
Okay. So you scored very much, very high in graduation, like 91.60 percentage.
Hmm.
So having a physics background candidate like you want to opt for and coming for IBPS interview. Why do you want a bank job?
Actually, when I did my physics graduation in physics honors because of my interest in physics, but when I was pursuing my graduation, I came to know about banking sector and I became interested and I became lean towards it. After pursuing physics honors, I opted for this. I think my physics background will also help in my banking sector career. Physics actually a subject which involves calculations and logical thinking that has a direct relation in banks. Like banks also need the complicated calculations and the logical thinking or critical thinking or analytical or decision making power.
Okay. So don't you think that you will have a better opportunity apart from banks?
No, I think there are, but I have interest in banking sector more than other sector. That's why I am here.
Okay, so you belong to Jalpaiguri district.
Yes, sir.
I think you are from the Duars region of Bengal.
It's not the Duars region, but yeah, there is Duars region aside beside Jalpaiguri town.
Okay. According to your preference of banks, you have given Punjab National Bank is your topmost
Yeah.
priority. What is the tagline of the bank?
The tagline of the bank is the name you can bank upon.
And why PNB? Is there any specific reason?
No, there is no specific reason. It's a random choice, but I have an account in PNB. That's why I chose it.
Okay, okay. That's interesting that you have an account in PNB
Yeah.
and that's why you choose PNB as the
Yeah.
first reference. So do you have any problem upon getting selected to work in any other bank other than PNB?
No, sir, I don't have any kind of
So you are
problem.
ready to serve in any part of the country, in any
Any
bank.
part.
Okay. And you don't know how to write in Hindi, but you can
Huh.
speak and also can read Hindi.
Yes, sir.
So I don't think that you have any problem in working in non-Bengalis area.
No, no,
You are
sir.
very much convenient,
Yes,
comfortable.
sir, I am very much
Okay,
comfortable.
fine. Okay, Urbi, tell
Hmm.
me one thing that as an employer,
Hmm.
why do we choose you? And why do you think that you are the best candidate for this job?
So, I think I have some analytical power. I can deal with complex problem, and also I have patience. Like I am a very patient person, so I think it will help me to grow in the banking sector. That's why.
Okay, so
And I
you
am also up to date with technologies, so
okay.
it will also help.
So you have done your certification course in computer operations.
Yes, sir.
So you have working knowledge of computer.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever come across with this term Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana?
Yes, sir, I
So
have.
please elaborate.
Sir, Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana was incorporated in our country in 2014. It's actually actually offers zero balance account. It was in our country from previous years, but it was revamped in 2014. It offers a zero balance account to reach the goal of financial inclusion. It covers it. There are certain opportunities it also provides, like accidental insurance. There are there are overdraft facilities, and we can one person who has this Jandhan Yoj PMJDY account can deposit up to 1 lakh, and can withdraw 10,000 rupees per month with having 4 transaction. And it also avails card facility, like debit card facility.
Okay. Okay, recently, I think since you came for the interview
Hmm.
today, I think you definitely went through the budget presented by our finance minister
Yes,
Nirmala
sir.
Sitharaman ji,
Yes, sir.
and recently she has announced that up to 12 lakh of income we
Hmm.
need not to pay any taxes.
Hmm.
Do you really think it is going to affect the economy of our country? What do you think? I want to know your point of view over this.
In my point of view, it will help a certain percentage of the population of our country to become tax free in their salary. But there are certain taxes on indirect taxes on the products we purchase, that we call GSTs. And it will also, I think, help the economy from the indirect taxes. And
Okay.
yes, sir.
Urbi, please tell me what is digital wallets?
Digital wallets in our country, it is called as central bank digital currency. It's a form of digital form of our physical wallet. It is a pilot project. It started in retail basis on 2022 December 1st December. Some banks are running these pilot projects in some part of our country. And
Okay.
in this CBDC, we can do person to person transaction and person to merchant transaction, where we are where the digital wallet is not directly linked with our bank account.
Okay, Urbi, it's so far very good.
Mm.
Can you please differentiate between NEFT and RTGS?
Yes, sir. RTGS is real-time gross settlement, and NEFT is National Electronic Fund Transfer. In RTGS, we do the banks do the fund transfer from one bank to another bank with continuous basis. But in the case of NEFT, it is done in batches, which is performed uh, 30 minutes in, in which is done in an interval of 30 minutes. In RTGS, there are no there are minimum limitations to perform the transaction is 2 lakh, but in NEFT there is no such cases.
Okay. What is the significance of SLR and CRR? First of all, you tell me what is the full form of SLR
Is the full form of SLR is statutory liquidity ratio,
and CRR.
and the CRR is cash reserve ratio.
So, what is the significance of both of this term in a very short way?
Actually, CRR is the share of banks' net deposit that is maintained with the RBI on daily basis, and the SLR is maintained with the bank itself. Actually, when there is a increase in money supply in the market, the RBI increases the CRR and SLR to control the money market, as it has an inverse relation with the money supply. And when SRR and SLR and CRR is increased, the money supply is decreased, as the bank have less money to lend to people or the borrowers.
ওকে, উর্মি তুমি তো বাংলা ভাষী,
হ্যাঁ স্যার।
অবশ্যই বাংলা ভালো করে বলতে পারো।
হ্যাঁ স্যার।
হ্যাঁ, উর্বি ঘোষ। তো একটা প্রশ্ন তোমাকে জিজ্ঞাসা করি, সাপোজ তুমি
হুম,
ব্যাংকে চাকরি পেয়েছো অ্যাজ আ প্রবেশনারি
হুম,
অফিসার, ঠিক আছে? তো
হুম,
নিশ্চয়ই তোমার উপরে অনেকটাই দায়িত্ব
দায়িত্ব।
থাকবে। তো সাপোজ করো তুমি একটা কাউন্টারে বসে আছো, তুমি
হ্যাঁ,
কাউন্টারে, হ্যাঁ, তোমাকে তো যতগুলো ডিপার্টমেন্ট আছে সব ডিপার্টমেন্ট তোমাকে কাজ করতে হবে,
হ্যাঁ,
যে জিনিসগুলো বুঝতে হবে,
হ্যাঁ,
গুছিয়ে নিয়ে করতে হবে। সাপোজ দ্যাট পিপল কামিং ইন আ লং কিউ, অনেক লম্বা লম্বা মাঝে লাইন হয়ে যায়।
হ্যাঁ,
আর সেই সময় যখন ওরা ডিপোজিট বা উইথড্র বা কোনো এনকোয়ারির জন্য আসে,
হুম,
তখনই দেখা যায় যে সার্ভার চলে গেল।
হুম,
তখনই কি একটা কেলেঙ্কারি
স্যার।
ব্যাংকে শুরু হয়ে যায়।
হুম,
আর এক দুটা কাস্টমার এমন থাকে যে অনেক ঝামেলা
হুম,
ক্রিয়েট করে, কারণ ওরা ঘন্টা
হুম,
থেকে অনেক ওরা লাইনে দাঁড়িয়ে দাঁড়িয়ে
হুম,
আছে। তুমি এজ আ প্রফেশনারি অফিসার, এইরকম যদি সিচুয়েশন যদি হয়, আর এরকম যদি কত
হুম,
কাস্টমার যদি এরকম অবজেকশন করে যে হ্যাঁ এটা বারে বারে হচ্ছে, কালকেও আসছিলাম, পরশুদিনও আসছিলাম,
হুম,
ডেইলি প্রবলেম,
হুম।
তুমি এই বিষয়টা কিভাবে নিবে?
আমি ওনাকে বোঝানোর চেষ্টা করব, এটা অ্যাকচুয়ালি সার্ভার চলে যাওয়াটা হচ্ছে টেকনিক্যাল প্রবলেম, এবং টেকনিক্যাল প্রবলেম আমাদের হাতে থাকে না। এটা কখন বা কিভাবে ঘটতে পারে সেটা আমরা জানি না। সুতরাং আমি ওনাদের এটাই বোঝানোর চেষ্টা করব যে টেকনিক্যাল প্রবলেম হতে পারে, তার জন্য ওনাদেরও যেমন অসুবিধা হচ্ছে তেমনি ব্যাংকেরও অসুবিধা হচ্ছে, এবং আমরা খুবই ক্ষমা প্রার্থী, এবং আমরা ভবিষ্যতে চেষ্টা করব যে এই টেকনিক্যাল প্রবলেমগুলো যাতে বারবার না ঘটে। টেকনিক্যাল টিমকে আমরা রিকোয়েস্ট করব যে এই ইস্যুগুলো যেন খুব গভীরভাবে দেখা হয়।
হোয়াট ইজ কেওয়াইসি?
KYC is know your customer. Actually, KYC is performed by the banks to know the details of the customer, the address, the Aadhaar card details, the PAN card details, and it is updated.
I think you might be familiar with the word SHG. There is self-help groups.
Yes, sir.
My question is, would be that how do they get financial assistance from bank?
Self-help group is made of 10 to 12 people of having same socio-economic background. Actually, SHG is formed for encouraging the savings habit. So, on the basis of their savings, the banks grant loan to them.
Okay. সুকন্যা সমৃদ্ধি যোজনা, যেটাকে আমরা এসএসওয়াই দিয়ে বলি, এটা
Mhm,
খুব চলছে। হ্যাঁ,
mhm,
আর
mhm.
মানুষ অনেকটাই অ্যাওয়্যার হয়েছে, কিন্তু
Sir.
why what is this plan is all about and why is it beneficial?
Actually, in our country, uh, there was a history of women are oppressed. So to empower them, the Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana came into the picture. Like it provides the savings for the future of the daughter, uh, for her educational purpose or for her wedding expenses. It will reduce the burden, or what people think the burden, uh, on the heads of the parents. They do not have to worry about her education and wedding expenses.
What is UPI?
UPI is Unified Payment Interface.
How does it change the very life of a common man?
Actually, UPI is a cashless transaction system where we can perform the transaction anytime, anywhere using internet, and we don't have to go to the bank. So it is a cashless system. So it performs seamlessly, and it is a real time transaction system. So it empower the people to do the transactions without going bank at real time, uh, and it helps them to perform the transactions without any worry.
Who developed it?
NPCI,
What is the full form?
National Payment Corporation of India.
And what is VPA?
Huh?
What is VPA
Sorry,
regarding
sir.
this UPI?
Oh, virtual payment address.
Yes, it is
Virtual
virtual
payment
payment address. You
address.
need that to pay any amount
Yes,
to
sir.
someone. ओके उर्बी,
Yes,
वी
sir.
नो दैट, हमें पता है कि जीडीपी हमारे देश के लिए बहुत ज़रूरी
Yes, sir.
है कि नहीं? आपको क्या लगता है कि हमारे देश की जीडीपी
Hmm.
हमारे देश के बैंकिंग को
Hmm.
कैसे इम्पैक्ट करती है?
GDP means the gross domestic product. That means it is the income of a country within its boundary. So when GDP, like when the GDP is more, that means there are chances to invest, and the investment is done through banks, which will help the banks to develop economically. That
ओके,
is the way.
व्हाट इज इन्फ्लेशन?
Inflation, in a word, inflation is the price rise of price of goods and services. It is the uh,
टेक योर टाइम, प्लीज
substantial
टेक योर टाइम, या
it is the substantial rise of price on price of goods and services in a country.
what do you think, how does RBI control it? Now reply in a very nutshell.
Hmm.
Some of the RBI monetary tools that is required to control the inflation, I think you may be aware of those tools, so
Yes,
kindly
sir.
tell me, how does RBI control it?
RBI controls the inflation by uh, cash reserve ratio, statutory liquidity ratio, then repo rate, reverse repo rate, marginal standing facility, bank rate, open market operation, refinancing, and market stabilization scheme.
What is the difference between, just tell me one difference between repo rate and reverse repo rate?
In repo rate, the bank lends money from RBI, and in reverse repo rate, the bank deposits its surplus amount to RBI.
Okay. See, suppose a bank is experiencing a high number of fraudulent transactions. Okay.
Yes, sir.
As a manager,
Hmm.
what steps will you take?
Sorry, sir, I don't know.
But it's a very common question that you will come across, that is being a manager of your bank, you come across that there are a very high number of fraudulent transactions are going on in your bank. So as a manager, what steps will you take?
Sir, I think I'll discuss with the local police station and my colleagues and my head offices that what we can perform to control these and to and I think we the as a manager I'll aware the depositors of our bank to be aware of these kind of fraudulent practices.
Suppose your branch is facing a decline in deposits
Mm.
and an increase in withdrawals. What will you do to manage the situation?
At first, I'll investigate or search why this is happening, what is the cause. Then I'll ask the people who are withdrawing their accounts from our banks that what problems they are facing, and I'll try to resolve these problems and encourage or aware people to open accounts.
A customer comes to your bank,
Yes, sir.
you are the manager
Yes, sir.
or you are the in charge at
Yes,
that
sir.
point in time, and he or she complains about an unsuccessful UPI transaction.
Yes, sir.
You might have come across the same
Yes, sir.
situation, we all do. What will you do?
I'll tell them it takes 7 banking days to refund. If it is not refund, then come to the bank account and we will take the necessary steps that will uh, refund them.
No, because I am talking about unsuccessful UPI transaction.
Uh-huh.
Unsuccessful, a transaction which has not been done or it is unsuccessful. So and the customer is coming to your bank and is complaining that my UPI transaction is unsuccessful.
That means the amount is not deducted from his or her account. So I'll tell them that it is not deducted and it may happen due to certain technical issues of the platform they are using. So it will be resolved in 2-3 days because it's the platform's issue. So it's not a thing to worry.
So basically, you are trying to pacify the customer by citing a very technical specification behind the problem, that is unsuccessful transaction, and tell him that the problem will be solved in a few days.
Yes, sir.
No, there is a very common problem in a bank that whenever a check is issued,
Sir.
okay, a customer's check is dishonored, okay, that is
Yes,
called
sir.
bounced or dishonored.
Hmm.
What could be the possible reasons behind it?
One possible reasons may be the check is a stale check that or the uh, drawer does not have the sufficient amount in its account,
Okay,
maybe,
and
and it may be a stale check.
stale check, as you have already mentioned.
uh,
Other reasons?
Other reasons may be a post dated check.
Post dated check cannot be accepted in an early date. Okay,
Yes, sir.
there may be signature mismatch,
uh,
expired check,
yeah.
or maybe overwriting,
Okay, sir.
incorrect details,
Okay,
account
sir.
number mismatch. So
Okay,
there may be
sir.
so many reasons. No,
Okay, sir.
these are the very common problem. You must have a very good idea about it because
Okay, sir.
you want to aspire for a banking job. Okay. See, suppose you have been posted in a rural area.
Yes, sir.
The area is your first posting is of a very rural area. आप बहुत গ্রামীণ এলাকে में हो, সব জায়গায় গ্রাম আছে, চারিদিকে আবার চাষ চাষ দেখতে পাচ্ছি। তো অবশ্যই একটা এডুকেশন লেভেল একটু তো কম হবে, আর যেহেতু ফার্মাররা অত বেশি পড়াশোনা বেশি করতে পারে না, এমন হতে পারে। তো তোমার গ্রামে একটু পোস্টিং দেওয়া হয়েছে, অনেক মানে রিমোট পোস্টিং, হার্ড পোস্টিং, and now you have been assigned with a responsibility, এটা দায়িত্ব তোমাকে দেওয়া হয়েছে যে তোমাকে যে এই যে গ্রামীণ যে আমাদের গ্রাহকগুলো যেটা আছে, এরাও তো আমাদের কাস্টমার,
হ্যাঁ,
এদেরকে ডিজিটাল ব্যাংকিং আমাকে বোঝাতে হবে।
হ্যাঁ।
Now my question is, how will you explain digital banking to a rural customer?
আমি প্রথমে অ্যাওয়ারনেস ক্যাম্পেইন করার চেষ্টা করব যে আমাদের সরকারের অনেক প্রকল্প আছে যেগুলো উইদাউট ইউজিং নেট ডিজিটাল ব্যাংকিং ইউজ করা যায় বিভিন্ন অ্যাপ্লিকেশনের মাধ্যমে, ইউপিআই অ্যাপ্লিকেশনের মাধ্যমে, সেগুলো আমি ওনাদের জানাবো। যেমন তার মধ্যে একটি আধার এনেবলড পেমেন্ট সিস্টেম বা নাম্বার ডায়ালিং বেসড ইউপিআই আছে। আমি সেগুলো সম্পর্কে ওনাদের জানানোর চেষ্টা করব এবং এটাই বলার চেষ্টা করব বা বোঝানোর চেষ্টা করব যে এইভাবেও পেমেন্ট করা হয় এবং সেটা খুব ইজি মেথড এবং এটা একটা রিয়েল টাইম মেথড ফর পেমেন্ট।
খুব ভালো। Okay, Urbi, it's nice talking with you,
থ্যাংক ইউ স্যার।
and we all wish you a very good luck for your
থ্যাংক ইউ স্যার।
career.
থ্যাংক ইউ
Thank you
স্যার।
very much.